Hey guys, what's going on? A little quick chat video for you today. A while back, some months ago, my good friend Sergeant Fruitcake did a video and was basically asking, what are you prepared for? And how prepared for it are you? And I've thought a lot about that over the last few months. Watched it a few times, and it's kind of got me to thinking. So I basically wanted to reiterate and repeat kind of what he was saying, but also add in a few thoughts and throw it out there, maybe just to suggest to you, think about it. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, other like-minded folks, whatever. Really give this some serious thought. Because this is a serious, at least for me, it's a serious thing that we're doing here. It's not a game. I mean, we're talking about being prepared. You're talking about the livelihood of you, your family, close friends, whoever. So I think it's a serious thing that you need to really give some thought to. Excuse me. One of the things that Sergeant Fruitcake points out is terminology. The newest buzzword in the last few years has really been prepper. And like him, I use the word loosely. I don't really care for terms like that. Prepper, survivalist, whatever. It's too easy to get all kind of goofy connotations and open to interpretation and all that on what it is and isn't and everything else. For me, I just look at it as being an armed, prepared citizen. That's what it's all about. Self-sufficiency, self-reliance, being able to take care of you and yours, whoever yours may be, family, friends, whatever, through less than normal times. Yeah, I think you need to think about, in as far as what are you preparing for? And we've all got our different ideas on that, and I'm not going to say that any of them are more right or wrong than the next. Excuse me, that's a real personal thing that you got to decide for yourself. I've always liked to try to think of the absolute worst case situation scenario I could. That's what I work towards being prepared for. And then theoretically and hopefully everything else less than that I'm covered for. So think about that. What are you really preparing for? Are you working in the right direction for it? Are you putting away the right supplies and storage for it? Are you practicing the right things for it? Are you getting the right training and information for it? I'd also add in there, how rounded and well balanced are you for it? I think maybe that's a key thing that sometimes not everybody looks at. Maybe they do, I don't know. It's easy to get wrapped around one particular aspect and ignore the others. You may be getting wrapped around the gear and equipment side and forget and not pay enough attention to having adequate food and water and medical supplies stored. Maybe you're just the opposite. You've got enough food to feed 50 people for 2 years, but no adequate way to defend it and protect it. Or if you couldn't stay where it was at, you don't have the skills and ability and equipment to have to up and leave. I think you've got to have a good balance in there. You've got to have a balance on how much food you have put away, how much water, how much medical supplies. For those of us here in America, and even you guys in the UK and other countries, and other can own firearms and such, how much do you put into your defensive stuff? Firearms, ammo, support equipment, that sort of thing. It's got to be a good balance. I truly believe that. If you get too focused one way or the other, you can kind of get off in the weeds and lose track and overlook things. How prepared are you for what it is that you're preparing for? I don't think you could ever say that you are fully prepared. I think it's honestly a never-ending cycle, and not really even a cycle. It's a lifestyle. I would encourage you not to look at it as a hobby. Look at it as an actual lifestyle. It's the way you live. It's the way you think. If you want to look at it as a hobby, I guess you can, but I would just encourage you to be careful, because a hobby, in my mind, is something you do for, fun and relaxation and that sort of thing. Surfing is, could be a hobby. Collecting stamps would be a hobby. Things like that. Being prepared for bad times that could potentially be life and death is a pretty serious thing. Now, you can have a lot of fun at it. I think being prepared and doing all stuff related to, at least from me, I enjoy it. So I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But just be careful in that how you look at it. Make sure you stay focused on the serious side of it. And if you can have a good time at it and make it enjoyable, then obviously do so. But how far do you go with it? How far do you take it? Well, like I said, it's never ending, and if it's a lifestyle, then there really is no end to it. You'll do it forever. I think that's kind of where I'm at. You try to strike that balance. It's all in how you live and what you do, how you're thinking. To paraphrase a line from one of my favorite movies, and I think this kind of sums it up, especially in regards to what Sergeant Fruitcake was asking. I don't think the question is how far do you need to take it. I think the question is, do you possess the constitution and the depth of faith to take it as far as is needed? How far do you need to go? However far that is. There's no definitive answer there, I guess, is what I'm getting at. You just go as far as you need to go to be prepared, which is obviously a never-ending thing, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know what all is going to be involved if and when something does happen. So there's nowhere, in my mind, there's no way to realistically say, okay, I am prepared for X, Y, Z, whatever. Nobody's got a crystal ball. We don't know what's going to happen. You could take scenario A, and there could be 100 different ways that could play out just for that one type of situation or scenario. No crystal balls out there. We don't know. So think about that, and I think one of the keys is just searching out like-minded people, family, friends, whatever, and being realistic and honest about it, and persevering in what you're doing. And I'll close out and leave you with this. don't ever let anybody try to intimidate you or belittle you or make you feel uncomfortable about being serious about being prepared. Excuse me. Like I said, being prepared is just nothing more than being self-sufficient and taking your own, as much of your own fate and destiny into your own hands as you can. Being able to protect and defend yourself and those you care about. Being able to feed yourself and others. Water, medicine. It's about taking care of yourself. Used to, that was a point of pride. It was a reality of everyday life, not just for us here in America, but pretty much mankind in general. And it seems like we've kind of gotten away from that in modern times, and it's no longer universally looked at as a good thing to be able to take care of yourself. So I would just encourage you to not look at it that way. Don't let anybody question you about, oh, what are you so paranoid about or scared of? I'm taking measures to be prepared. I'm not scared of anything. That's the whole point of being prepared, is so you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be concerned. You have a generator and some gas put away, so if the power goes out, you can still have power. You have food stored away so that if you can't go to the grocery store and get food, you can still eat. That should give you a level of comfort so that when you see all this crazy stuff happening on the news and you start thinking about potential scenarios and stuff going bad, it should make you feel more comfortable, not more afraid. Yeah, I don't think any sane person wants anything bad to happen, but you shouldn't be afraid of it. That's the point of being prepared. It takes that fear away because you can control what you can control. You can make sure you've got food, water, medicine, et cetera, et cetera. So, again, good topic by the Sarge. I know it's been a few months since he put that video up, but I just wanted to reiterate it, throw it back out there again. What are you prepared for? And how prepared for it are you? Think about all the different potential scenarios, situations. If you guys want to get into some specific things, be glad to throw something out there and talk about it. But let me know. Be curious to see what you think. So anyway, just a little short video. Throw this out there for you. No cool gear or anything in this one. We'll have something next time for that maybe. So anyway, take care, guys. Be safe. We'll talk to you next time.